explain why a helicopter won't just drop out of the sky if the engine shuts off high enough?
That's what we train for, and if all goes well, we're in good shape.
Wow.
The aircraft is designed to glide without engine power.
Okay.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's the only way it can be certified and so on. So what happens, the engine disconnects from the main rotor transmission, so it's not providing power. But as you start to immediately descend, and again, another comparison is, the maple trees with the seeds, what they call those
The
things.
keys?
Yeah. So it'll just start coming down. But you can control the aircraft direction just like you had power, but you're just descending at a significant rate of descent.
Yeah.
And there's a procedure to extend the glide if you need to reach a flat area so you can land or decrease the area. There's ways of doing that. And then you try to get yourself, so you do an approach to a spot that you've selected that's, it's adequate. You do a flare to stop the forward speed.
Okay.
And you bring it down close to the ground. Then at the last 10, 15 feet, you pull up on the collective to cushion the touchdown. And it works great in training. And you only hope that you can do that when you're actually on the job.
In the middle of some shit.
Because you'll always experience an engine failure when you're least expected, when you're least prepared, when you least wanted to.
Now, I can only assume that you have to be at a certain height for this to work properly.
Yeah, I mean, we do it from the hover.
At what height, though?
We'll practice at 10 feet off.
Oh,
the
wow.
hover.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do that on takeoff. We'll have a simulated engine failure on takeoff, and we've got to be able to put the machine on the ground. And then in cruise flight, that'll happen. And you got to be able to pick your spot and maneuver the aircraft so you can get there either straight ahead, or you do a 180 or you do a 360, whatever it takes to get to that spot that you can, first of all, survive or be able to save the aircraft from any damage.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that maybe in a plane there was like that gliding situation, and that a helicopter just simply becomes a plastic kid's toy.
Yeah, the airplane, it's got a glide factor as well, but you need an extensive runway to do it. You can't maneuver it as
True enough.
easy as we can.
Okay.
And some manufacturers have gone to installing a parachute
On the helicopter.
on the airplane, not on the helicopter.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah. So there's an airplane out there that's got an emergency chute. If you have an engine failure, that chute will pop up and that'll cushion your landing. You can pretty much put it down anywhere if you're lucky.
Fascinating.
whoa. Yeah.
It's like an airbag.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it sounds like a drag car or something. Just keeping it, from hitting the wall at the end.
That's crazy, man. Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Not just in training, but in real life?
Yeah.
Once?
More than once.
Wow.
Anything wild?
Like, is it a pucker factor? Like, all of a sudden there's no noise?
It happens so quickly when it does happen. You pucker after.
I suppose that's true.
During the event, you're just holy
Working.
shit, here we go. And it's happened a few times. And it's not something I'd like to talk. I don't like crazy talking about it because it's,
Yeah, sure.
It's one of those things. But it's the reality of what we do. Sooner or later, somebody's going to have a failure.
Yeah.
And you just hope that you've been trained well enough that you can remember what you have to do and that you react accordingly. Because the rate of descent usually in an engine failure is 2,000 feet per minute. We're usually flying
2,000 feet per minute.
We're usually flying at 1,000 feet off the ground, so we have 30 seconds to do the right thing.
Man, you got to be clear-headed.
Oh,
You can't be daydreaming.
no.
Holy mackerel.
The way I do it, I don't know what other guys do, but in my case, as soon as I get in the helicopter, I put my helicopter face on. It's just everything. I don't think about anything else. I'm just thinking about what I'm doing in the aircraft. I don't play music or anything like that. It's just
Other guys doing that? Playing some tunes? And
they're rocking and rolling.
yeah.
Really?
Good for them, but I like to hear what's going on. That's just the way it is. I like
Makes
to hear
sense to me.
everything. and I try to be in tune as much as I can. There are days when I'm not, whatever. But when I try to focus as hard as I can. That if something happens, what do I do? That's always in the back of my mind. I'll be flying along. Can I reach that park over there? If something let go, can I make that
Oh,
park?
yes,
Or
of
that
course.
road, or it's always there. So just the habit I got into.